Stop. Look around you. In the last 24 hours, how many things have you done that depend on the power grid, the grocery store, or the internet? Think about it. You woke up, you turned on the lights, you checked your phone, you poured clean water into a glass, maybe brewed coffee from beans shipped across the country. And you didn't even think about it, until now. But what happens when all of that stops? No lights. No running water. No food shipments. No cell service. You think you'll have time to prepare when that day comes? You won't. I'm about to give you the exact plan, step by step, to turn $500 into a survival foundation strong enough to carry you through the first wave of chaos. Dollar for dollar. No wasted purchases. No useless gimmicks. And I'll tell you this right now, if you skip even one item on this list, it could be the thing that costs you your life. The most important purchase, the one thing that turns you from a victim into a survivor, is coming at the very end. But first, you need to understand why most new preppers fail before they even start. Here's the truth nobody likes to admit: most new preppers waste their money. They buy flashy tactical backpacks, expensive survival knives, and gear they've never used, because it looks cool online. Then when disaster hits, they realize they have no food, no water, and no clue. Prepping isn't about looking like a Hollywood action hero. It's about staying alive when the world stops making sense. You don't prepare for Instagram likes, you prepare to keep breathing. The order of survival never changes: water, food, shelter, safety, power, skills. Miss one, and the others start to crumble. In this plan, we're not building a doomsday bunker. We're building a practical starter kit for real-world disasters: hurricanes, blackouts, supply chain collapse, riots, pandemics. And we're starting with the one thing you cannot live without: water. 3 days without water, and you're done. Your body shuts down. Your mind slips into confusion. And in a crisis, clean water disappears fast. You've seen it: news footage of hurricanes, wildfires, or floods, store shelves stripped bare in hours. You think you'll just boil water? Not if you have no fuel. And boiling won't remove chemical contaminants. Here's how to spend your first $100. $60, buy a gravity-fed water filter. Sawyer Mini. Life Straw Flex. Or, if you can stretch it, a countertop Berkey alternative. Why gravity-fed? Because they work without power. No moving parts to fail. $40, buy water storage. Not soda bottles. Real, food-grade containers. Stackable 5 to 7 gallon jugs for home. A couple of collapsible containers for evacuation. Scenario check: imagine a water main break during a heat wave. You turn your faucet, nothing. Your neighbors are panicking. You're calm, because you've got 15 gallons stored and the means to filter more. But here's the hard truth: water keeps you alive, but it won't keep you fed. And without food, you're on borrowed time. In every disaster, food becomes a weapon, a bargaining chip, and a lifeline. But new preppers make a fatal mistake: they buy overpriced survival buckets filled with low-calorie junk. Or they store foods they've never cooked before. Your $150 food budget has one goal: maximum calories, minimum cost, long shelf life. Here's the breakdown. $40, rice, beans, pasta. Cheap, filling, stores for years. $30, canned meats, chicken, tuna, spam, salmon. Protein keeps you moving. $20, peanut butter, powdered milk, honey. Dense calories and morale boosters. $40, oats, flour, sugar, salt, cooking oil. The building blocks of endless meals. $20, comfort items, coffee, tea, chocolate, hard candy. In crisis, morale is fuel. Picture this, a blizzard shuts down roads for 10 days. Your neighbors are rationing crackers. You're eating hot rice and beans with canned chicken, full meals that keep you strong. But here's the problem, without a way to cook, even the best food is useless. In an outage, your microwave is a paperweight. Your electric stove is dead. Even your gas stove may not ignite without electricity. Your $80 here buys you heat, for food, for water, and for survival in cold weather. Spend $50 on a small propane or butane camping stove. Get at least 4 to 6 fuel canisters. Store them safely. Spend $30 on emergency candles or a compact indoor safe heater. Mini scenario, it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Power's been down for 48 hours. You've got soup, but no heat. That's not survival, that's slow suffering. With the right gear, you're eating hot food while everyone else is shivering in the dark. Speaking of dark, that's our next problem. Darkness is dangerous. Without light, you trip. You spill boiling water. You can't see danger coming. Spend $40 on a solar-powered lantern or headlamp. Hands-free lighting changes everything. Spend $20 on rechargeable batteries and a USB charger. Here's a detail most people forget, in prolonged outages, batteries vanish from stores faster than bottled water. Rechargeables buy you infinite runtime. True story, during Hurricane Katrina, people with light became community leaders. Everyone else followed them. But light won't stop an infection. That's next. You cut your hand opening a can. No big deal, until there's no clean water, no antibiotics, and hospitals are overwhelmed. That small wound can kill. For $50, buy a real first aid kit, trauma bandages, antiseptic wipes, gloves, gauze, tape, pain relief. Add any personal medications you rely on. Don't get the 99-piece kits filled with bandages and nothing else. You need gear for real injuries. In disaster medicine, speed matters, but so does preparation. And sometimes, the threat isn't a wound, it's another human being. In chaos, danger doesn't just come from nature. It comes from desperation. Spend $60 on personal protection, pepper spray, a sturdy tactical flashlight, or a legal self-defense tool for your area. A bright flashlight in someone's eyes can buy you seconds to escape. Pepper spray can stop an attacker without lethal force. Ask anyone who's lived through civil unrest, the scariest nights aren't from storms, they're from people. But even with all this gear, you're still missing the one thing that ties it all together. Gear is useless without skills. Practice now, before you need it. Learn how to cook on your stove. Learn how to filter water. Learn basic first aid. Rotate your food and water. Teach your family your plan. When disaster hits, you won't have time to read manuals. You'll either know what to do, or you won't. $500. That's all it takes to go from completely unprepared, to having a fighting chance. But this is just your first step. If you stop here, you're still vulnerable. In my next briefing, I'll show you how to double your survival time without spending another cent, using items already in your home. Until then, stay ready, stay calm, because when the clock runs out, the only thing that matters is preparation.